Hey everybody, it's Mike coming to you from Vaught RV here in Fort Worth, Texas. Right behind me is a Jayco 2023 Seismic. This is a 359 model. It's the smallest in the Seismic line of mid-luxury toy hauler units. So if you're looking for a toy hauler, this might be the guy for you. Let me show you a little bit about it and then we'll get into the walk around. So for starters, how long is this guy? Well, we're at 41 feet 9 inches long, 13,300 pounds. You're about 13.3 on the height. You got plenty of fresh water and gray water capacity, 106 gallons of fresh water actually. Lots of capacity because you want to take this thing off grid and enjoy yourself off in the wild. You got plenty of tank capacities to do that. So this is a mid-luxury line. You've got your Seismic luxury units, which I've got one right behind me over here, and we've got the regular Seismic, if you will. Again, in the whole field of Seismics, this will be the smaller guy. This will be a little more of a price point toy hauler. Now, I want to talk about the toy hauler aspect in just a second when we get inside. A lot of times when we refer to toy hauler, we talk about the garage space, but the garage space on this and any toy hauler can be used for lots of things. Crafting, an extra bedroom, maybe you're homeschooling. Lots of ways you can use that space back there. You don't have to just take a motorbike or a golf cart. Lots of ways you can use that space. Let's do a quick walk around on the outside before we go on the inside. You're always going to get pass-through storage on every Jayco Seismic, so a lot of those long items can go through here. Now, you can see right here in this box, I've got a griddle that goes into a J-port. Every single Seismic is equipped with the ability to do an outside griddle, and that's what's in that box. It comes with a griddle platform right here in this little holder, so you can pop that in the back, have an outdoor cooking area. I'll show you the other goodies when we get on the other side. Propane tank inside here. In the generator compartment is a generator. Imagine that. It's 5.5K propane generator. There was a generator shortage during COVID. Fortunately, Jayco has caught up with that demand, and now all these units are coming in with a 5.5K generator, which you really want in a toy hauler. You can put up to 6 batteries over here. We don't put batteries in until you take delivery. That way they're nice and fresh for when you take delivery. Now, coming around to this side, other second propane bottle here, of course. We have our 1800 watt pure sine wave inverter. Now that's great. That means you've got inverted power going down the road, and especially if you're camping off grid, you've got household current inside the coach at multiple locations. Always been a fan of the way Jayco organizes their wet bay. So everything is nicely labeled in here. You have your hot and cold, quick connect, outdoor shower. Everything labeled depending on how you're going to set this up for either sanitizing it, your city water connection, or dry camping, and so on. Of course, your tank valves. And up here is our auto leveling. Now, here's something to point out. This has obviously, you can see it's a Lippert leveling system, but it's hydraulic leveling, 6-point leveling. A lot of units at this price point with other brands are going to be electric levelers. Jayco opted for hydraulic levelers on their Seismic. That's a quality issue that I'm glad they're doing. 12-gallon direct spark ignition water heater. So this is running off propane or electricity, depending on what you have available. Refrigerator vent here, backside of the refrigerator, and you'll see a lot of like low point drain labeled under here. Jayco does a nice job of labeling different things like low point drains. You can peel those off after you take delivery if you like. Same way here, gray and black holding tank. Now we got plenty of capacity here, over 100 gallons of fresh water. I think it's 87 gallons on both black and gray. It's a lot of capacity for holding tanks when you're off grid. 17.5-inch Uniroyal H-rated tires. Uniroyal is owned by Michelin, so essentially they're Michelin tires, but they're going to come with Uniroyal H-rated tires. We have a fueling station here. If you have a toy hauler, chances are you may have toys that require petrol. 30 gallons of gasoline in this tank here. Handy to have that. Detachable 50 amp power cord, and ladder to let you scurry up on top. Now we've got the Overlander 2 solar package on this. So 2 solar panels up on the roof. That goes a long way to extending the amount of time you can spend off grid without having to charge your batteries and so on, because those solar panels are going to be doing that job for you. All right, now we're in the back of the toy hauler. This serves as both a loading ramp and a party deck. Super easy to deploy. Pop open each one of these bars over here and give it a little bit of a tug and just walk it down like this. Little WD-40 will make that open a lot quieter, I'm sure. Now we have our side, our border here basically, so you can put kids and pets and so on out here. All right, if you want to use this as a party deck, and you probably will because we have a Thule awning up on top, maybe you have kids, maybe you have pets out here, and you want to have this enclosed obviously for safety. What you want to do is lift up on this, flip this around, for this part of it, get this guy out of the way. Do the same thing on this other side. And again, I have steps in here, which I can mount right there on this hinged pass-through gate, so I can get down to the ground level and back up as I need to. So this makes a nice party area out here. There is a little Velcroed section here on either side, so if you do have pets, there you don't have a little escape route on the side. So very, very nice. And we do have lights up here. I do have, you can see our camera mount up here as well. So Jayco's been putting these cameras on for 8 years. They were an industry leader with these Batwing camera preps. There's one in the garage. There's one on either side of the unit up front too. So this is good stuff. I'll go around to the other side on the outside, and then we'll continue on inside with our tour. Okay, right here is the J-port I was referring to. It's a 2-inch receiver, just like what would be on the back of your truck or whatever. Your platform slides in here, and now you have a cooking griddle right here on the outside of the unit. A lot of times you want to be cooking outside when you're out in the wild. That enables you to do that. Now, if you want to have a TV out here, there's power and coax cable right here. You'll see these stickers on units, the J-Smart lighting. And a lot of people pass by, and a lot of the sales guys don't do a good enough job explaining this. This is a safety feature. Jayco's always been cognizant of safety issues, both in their motorized and their towable units. What happens? So when you hit your right turn signal going down the road, most manufacturers do a blinker in the back, and that's it. In Jayco's case, not only is that going to flash, that's going to flash up on top, in the middle, and in front. So if you're coming up on the right side of this person and they hit their right turn signal, you're going to know. You're going to see their intentions. It's going to be lit up on the whole side of the unit. Same way on the left side. And of course, when you hit your brakes, all of these lights on the back are going to light up. Nice safety feature. I appreciate that Jayco has safety in mind. Coming up here, now if you want to have TV, and you have cable TV hookups back there, of course. If you want to have a TV here under the awning on the patio side, here's where you would mount it. This is a solid backing, so you can put an arm, a mounting arm here that can extend out, tilt toward the back, however you like. Plenty of room in there, probably for a 44, 48-inch television of your choosing. There's a little drink refrigerator here on the patio side. We have our furnace vent here, speakers on the outside. Of course, you can send music via Bluetooth from your phone through the stereo system and pump music here on the outside. You see a nice LED light strip underneath the awning up on top there. And as is always the case with Jayco fifth wheels, these are vacuum bonded walls, so 144 tons of pressure for 16 minutes. Think of it as a giant food saver for an RV wall. virtually eliminates the possibility of delamination over the lifetime of the coach. That's cool stuff. If you're out shopping around on the lot here, you can always scan this little code right here. That'll open up a page with a lot more information on this unit. Real helpful sales tool when you're looking around. Before I go in, one more thing. We have these step above steps. These are just fantastic. You can see we've got 4 steps going up into the coach, and when these first came out, they were pretty heavy and bulky, and there wasn't a safety feature because this thing could come crashing down on your head. Jayco did not adopt those right away until they figured out how to do this. So you've got this assist mechanism that keeps it, I call it zero gravity, so it doesn't come crashing down on your head. Also, you can adjust each one of these legs infinitely if you're on uneven ground. That way you always have firm footing on whatever kind of terrain you're on. Makes a really nice step up into the unit when you combine this grab bar as well. Okay, good stuff on the outside, more good stuff on the inside. So let's go have a look. Okay, now we're on the inside of this 359. If you're shopping around Seismics, you might notice a little bit of a familiarity with this general floor plan. It's similar to the 4113, except in the 4113, this kitchen area is elevated. But this is nice because you have a U-shaped kitchen. It's very usable, and you've got a nice, you know, whoever's in here cooking can look over, see the TV right across from the sofa. Hey, this is a toy hauler. It's got a garage, so let's check that out. I hesitate always calling it a garage though, because toy haulers can be used for so many more things than a garage space. Now, if you have a motorbike, a golf cart, things like that, certainly you can put it back there. But you know, I sell as many of these to folks that are just looking for something for homeschooling, for a craft room, or just a separate bedroom than I do actually a toy hauler. We generically call this the garage. It's got this diamond plating on the floor that's impervious to various kinds of moisture and drips and so on. So it's very forgiving. So if there's spills and you got the kids doing crafts or whatever, this is a great place to do it. Now, so again, this can be an extra bedroom in addition to hauling toys. This is nice because we have basically storm door enclosures here. I can slide these open just like a patio at home. So if you want to let a little bit of fresh air in, simply release these and you can lower this down, and I have screens behind that. Smoked glass, both to help it keep cool in here as well as a little bit of privacy. So that's nice. You can let as much of the air in as you want to. Now I do have a half bath in here, so I have a toilet and a sink. So it's nice to have a half bath, especially if you're using this for a second bedroom, and you very well may want to do that because I have not only these jackknife sofas that lower down, but I have a bed platform up there. Let me show you what that looks like when it's deployed. Okay, now we've got a nice big bed platform up here, and we have a bed platform down here. So certainly a couple adults up and down, lots of kids can sleep in here. If you want to turn these into seating, you just flip this over end, boom, like that. Both sides do that, and then you can have have a table back here, play card games or whatever. So that's real handy. Now, this does also go all the way to the ceiling, so if you only want this deployed down here and not this, there's a setting here so you can keep this up high and just have these down below. So obviously you don't want this as a head knocker when you're walking through here during the day. Before I leave this area, I'll point out that this is washer dryer prepped right here, and it's vented or can be vented to the outside. If you want to add a television back here, you've got your cable satellite connections and power here, and then a little cubby up top for some additional storage. And before I leave this area, see these D-rings here for when you're going to secure toys and heavier items down here? These are actually 5,000 pound rated D-rings. Jayco couldn't find a 5,000 pound bolt to secure those to the frame. It was only rated for 2,500 pounds. They apparently don't make one big enough for that. So technically they have to call these 2,500 pound latching points, even though they are in fact 5,000 pound D-ring. So kind of overbuilding, you might say, but you're the beneficiary. It's just stronger than probably what you're ever really realistically going to need. So let's go up front in the galley again. All right, we have a sofa here, 3 recliners. You've got lighted, heated massage seats. They are manual recliners. Just pull up on this little tab here to recline them. Light switch over here. So nice TV viewing angle, and of course your fireplace. I'm a big fan of fireplaces because if you're at a campground and you paid your 50 bucks a night, want to knock the chill off of your unit, you might as well use their electricity rather than your own propane. This little fireplace, which is essentially a space heater, will do a very nice job of knocking the chill off even this large toy hauler. You know, radio console here in the middle. Again, BT is Bluetooth, so you can send music through this to your speakers out on the patio. Pretty abundant amount of storage. Jayco designers are cognizant that you really can't have too much storage, so every little nook and cranny is used for a little bit of extra storage. While I'm talking about storage and cabinets, all the door fronts and drawer fronts with Jayco are solid maple. And the whole assembly is glued and screwed together. It's not particle board with tape on it. It's real maple. More storage up on top there as well. And then this is kind of your command center when you come in the door right here. You can see our Go Power solar charge controller here. It's 13 volts is what it's sending right now. We don't have batteries in here, so it's a little bit grumpy. There's no batteries to charge, but that's what this is. And then we have traditional toggle switches here, which I'm very much a fan of. You know, a lot of units are going to technology, touchscreen technology, which has its benefits, but it's also nice to have the good old-fashioned toggle switches. If anything were to ever go wrong with these, toggle switch is a real easy fix. They're all hardwired in. Anyway, you got your electric water, your water heater controls here, lighting, awning, slide rooms, and so on. Plus a little extra storage underneath there as well. And one thing I like about this floor plan, you got 2 bar stools here, and a lot of times in a toy hauler you don't have a traditional dinette or table and chairs. Here we do have 2 bar stools and an eating surface to scoot up here, have breakfast, have coffee, what have you. Little cubby right there, that's the perfect place for the trash can to go. You know, I always tell people, where's the trash can gonna go and where are the shoes gonna go? Because they're gonna go somewhere. Perfect place to kick off your shoes or your trash can under there. I don't know if that's what Jayco intended it for, but that's what I'm going to use it for. Now, galley area, we are in the modern farmhouse decor. By far the most popular decor that Jayco offers. Speaking of offering, few manufacturers offer more than one color scheme in travel trailers in general, and even toy haulers. Jayco gives you the option. There's a couple different options in most every line, so if you don't like a particular decor option, you can look at a different decor. Appreciate that. But anyway, this is modern farmhouse. Quite a bit of storage here. We have an undermount sink here with this sink cover. Just remove that. It's one single basin sink under here, stainless steel with high-rise faucet. Looks like real tile, but it's not. It's actually just a flat backsplash material. First time I saw that, I had to touch it to believe it wasn't actually real. It looks 3D. Storage underneath the sink here. And then opening up all these. If you're thinking about buying this, you want to see every nook and cranny, right? So more storage up here. Now this is a vented range hood. We have a light and our vent right there. Microwave up on top. And it does come with a propane 3-burner cooktop and of course propane oven here as well. and a little bit of storage underneath. One time I did one of these videos and I didn't open that drawer, and I think of that every time I do these videos. You didn't open up that drawer. I just opened up that drawer so everybody can see. I don't blame you. Speaking of opening up, more storage here and here. So there's a space Jayco could have opted to just leave blank, but they said, hey, there's a little bit of room for some more storage. Let's do it, including up here on top. Now, obviously we have a 4-door refrigerator. This is a gas electric. It's a 13 cubic foot gas electric fridge. You can get it in a 10 cubic foot single door, but this is obviously a 4-door. Gives you more storage space for all those refrigerated goodies. Before we go up into the bedroom area, I'll just point out we have our inverter control here, so you can monitor your inverter status. Your fan, which is right above you there to vent out the heat out of the kitchen area, controls are right here. And then the thermostat right here, just like your home, for heating and cooling and so on. Now we have 2 entrances into the bathroom, both from the hallway and one from the bedroom here. So if you do have guests, they can access it from the hallway and close this off to your bedroom. I'm 6 feet tall and plenty of room in this shower. Jayco has given us a larger shower head in 2023. Obviously we have a skylight up here, so if I'm 6'5", I can still get in here and take a shower. Nice glass shower enclosure. Of course you got your sink, a little bit more storage underneath the sink. This is a porcelain foot flush toilet. And yeah, did I say storage? Lots of storage. Now going into the bedroom, this is a king bed. So there is a little bit of room to get over on the other side and make the bed if you make the bed. If you do, there's room to do it. So I always say this about king beds, you know, especially when they're north-south oriented like this, we don't have a separate bedroom slide up here. So the vast majority of this space is occupied by the king bed. That's, I guess, perhaps a disadvantage. There's not a lot of room on either side of this. If you have a queen bed, there's more room on either side. But a lot of us have king beds at home. Want a king bed when I'm out on the road. There you go. You got it. Fancy blue light up on top there. That's pretty foxy. You've got inverted power on either side of the bed there. So if you do have a CPAP machine, even if you're off-grid, truck's off, have no other source of power, you will have household current there. Little charging center over here with USB ports, and then I've got storage under there as well as up top. 2 ACs, so I have an AC unit up here, one in the back as well, so you can make sure you're staying comfortable no matter what kind of climate you're in. Nice closet storage here with the clothes rod up on top and 2 drawers below. There is storage underneath the bed. Lift this up. There's gas struts on this so it doesn't come crashing down on your head, so lots of extra storage. I'll point this out, when you shop around, and you should, lift up the mattress on whatever RV you're looking at. See what you see. In Jayco's case, you're going to see quality plywood, not particle board or USB. Jayco is a plywood-based builder. That's why you're standing on plywood here. There's plywood up here and plywood on the bed base. It's much stronger. It's more expensive, but in the long haul, holds its value a lot more. And nice to have those gas struts on there. Now you notice the vent in the floor. That's where your heat is going to come from. Jayco opts to put a raceway through the center of the coach and have heat coming up through those ducts instead of coming through walls or cabinetry. Now, what's the advantage of that? When the air comes through a single raceway through the bottom of the coach, there's less fan resistance. It's not making a bunch of right angle turns. So there's less fan resistance, it's just more efficient, up to 30% more efficient, as opposed to doing right angle turns and putting it in the cabinet walls and so on. So there's a reason for that. And then right around the corner here, we also have a thermostat for this room, our security camera switch here, and as well as your slide out control. Now this door obviously is a hallway door, so you can access the bedroom through here. close off the bathroom with this pocket door entirely if you want to. And lest I forget about it, this 2+3 warranty is industry leading by far. So 2 full years, 2 full camping seasons of protection on every Jayco product on the planet. So you buy it, you have 2 full camping seasons of warranty coverage. Everybody else is doing 1. You'll see stickers on a lot of manufacturers that say 3-year warranty. That's a structural warranty, and Jayco does that as well. But that more comprehensive 2-year warranty is the magic bullet, and by far an industry leader. So what do you think? Your vote counts way more than mine does, and I'd love to hear what you think about this floor plan. And drop your comments below. While you're down there, go ahead and click like and subscribe. That way you'll be the first to know when we post more videos just like this. Again, my name is Mike. I appreciate you joining me, and I'll see you next time.
Thanks for watching our video. If you have any questions or any suggestions on content you'd like to see, leave a comment below. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to like and subscribe. Thanks again from Vought RV.